It's C-Duck Again is brought to you by Hackensack Brewing Company and their Imperial Pilsner Auga, which was created in honor of the legendary DJs The Awesome Two. Thick Crates, pure hip-hop satisfaction. Check out their limited edition new releases available now on Instagram. Weaponized Records, an independent music label serving up underground hip-hop. The revolution will not be televised. It will be weaponized. Rap Central Station Mag Paper, the world's first art rap chart magazine. And the Spit Slam Record Label Group. The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
Strutting like a peacock, shouting from the treetop. Deep roots like bebop. Once again it's C-Dot. Chock-a-block, sonic, phonic, freedom, rock, boxing. Shock, jock, flatline, hip-hop outfoxing. Ultra mag flossing, Jetty O bossing. Channel Zero watching, awesome friends blossom. Caution to the wind as the soul buck spins. Rip the microcosm, knocking down duck pins. Props from within, and when Chuck drops in, we shine like the light, cause life is paper thin. It's Tuesday, begin to learn from your kin, bringing uncut gems. It's C-Doc again.
It's C-Doc again.
Tuesday night, Channel Zero, you're in the place to be. What's up, party people? I am your host, C-Doc, and welcome to another episode of It's C-Doc Again. As you can see, I'm repping 80s today, I guess. I just kind of threw the hat on. Ghostbusters, Living Color, the band. Show was cool too, but this is the band, yo. Just want to make that clear. Can't tell you how many people have come up to me and said, "Oh, I used to love that show." And I'm like, yeah, okay. Me too, it was funny, right? But this is the band. Anyway, we got a great show lined up. But first off, we got to introduce the crew. And starting with a gal that got her start in classic rap radio, the all rap 24 hours rap station, KDAY in Los Angeles. Our lady from the heyday of K-Day, Jennifer Jenny.
What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
You are, sister.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I am so not happening.
Oh, well, you are tonight, so whatever. It's all good. Good to see you, Jennifer.
Yep, you too.
Yeah.
Hey, NJ to AK.
NJ to AK. All the
What's happening?
And Dan, yeah, we got the Great White North representing.
Vengeant One, Dan Morse. Hey, everybody.
Hey. Also joining us tonight, of course, he is got the dopest account on Instagram. If you don't follow him, you're a sucker. The Culture Clip King, Ultramag 7.
What up?
Mr.
Good
Mag.
people.
How are you?
Mr. Mac.
Mr. Mag.
Mr. Mag.
You know, somebody calls me Mag. Like, I'm like, where do they get all these nicknames from? I'm like, yes, I can't. You know what? Who it was? Remember when you came down to Philly and we were Smoke and Choke podcast guys,
Yeah.
Grizz and
Yeah.
Divine? Yeah. They called me Mag.
They call you Mag.
They called me Mag.
Shout out to Grizz and Divine.
Yeah.
DJ Soulbuck in the building.
Hey, soul business.
Jennifer, he's not. His name is not DJ Soulbuck anymore. His name is DJ Slut 69. That's its new name. As he was christened by Destroy today on.
Is that what Destroy called it?
Yeah. So if people don't know,
Salute to Soulbuck. Yeah.
Salute to Soulbuck. He had a dope mix today on Shade 45 on Destroy show, and you know he was up there talking. He was he got kind of interviewed, and he was definitely a part of the show. So salute to DJ Slut 69. Oh man, that's hilarious.
Whatever that meant.
You have been rechristened, sir. Rechristened.
Hey, that's destroyed. You,
Yeah.
you know how wild he is.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's introduce our guest. We have the Culture Clip King, and then we also have the Nostalgia King. With us tonight.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Skeme Richards.
Yo, what up?
Oh, I gotta get to wait. Hang on, I got to. There we go.
There we go.
Yo, what up, Mag? You wanna battle? You the Culture Clip Clink? What? You wanna battle?
Brother. You got too much stuff. There's no battle with. I just make videos. That's just me, bro. That's it.
Yo, you're the king of the videos. I will say that. You're the king.
Thank
of
you.
The videos.
I appreciate that. You're the king of everything else.
I try.
You're succeeding. You're succeeding.
You got the Millennium Falcon in the box back there, bro.
And the Death Star.
And the Death Star. Wow.
And the Land Speeder.
Damn,
Wait,
man.
can I ask you about the Death Star?
Yeah.
Do you still have the styrofoam trash?
Come on, man, bro. Come on. Come on.
I just gotta ask.
Of course. It's not complete without it.
Okay. Just had to ask.
I think I saw the Death Star once. My cousin had it. It was one time. We had the Falcon, and I remember the last time I saw it, it was like 33 years ago, maybe. I think I left it in an attic somewhere. It was just the basic shell. All the pieces were gone.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mother, rest her soul, when she moved out of one house into another, she threw all that stuff out. Boy, I cried. Cried.
Yo, that's the running theme with a lot of adults, man. You move, you go to college, you get married, you get out on your own, and next thing you know, everything's gone. You're like, yo, I asked you to hold it for me.
Yeah. Right.
If I, and told her, like, do you know how much this stuff is worth? And you just threw it
They're
out.
not hearing it. They're not hearing it.
No, that's the thing. I was thinking about this the other day because I was talking to somebody else that said, "Oh, I got this collection things." Are we the first generation that has really held on to this stuff?
So, yes and no. The generation before us, I'm 55, so I guess we're all around the same age.
Yeah.
The generation before us collected like the old school train sets.
Ah,
right.
Okay.
They collected like 10 robots and stuff like that, like a lot of 10 cars and 10 robots. So we're the first that collected a multitude of things.
Yeah.
But they were collecting like, they were into trains, or they were into model cars, or they were into, things like that. We collect our childhood.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're the OG collectors, and we just carried it on and just took on everything. Because I guess money was a little better when we were kids than it was, say, the 50s.
Sure.
And 60s.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, because like the true collectors, someone such as yourself still has the boxes.
Well,
the packaging and stuff.
You know what's crazy? So, like, as a kid, my parents never threw anything away. A lot of parents, they'll be like, "Oh, you're too old for this. We're giving this to your cousin, your little cousin or something." My parents never did that. So most of the stuff just traveled with me. And then when I really got heavy into collecting in like the 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, it was just like everything was cheap. Everything that's expensive now was cheap in 88.
Yeah.
So I was buying all of this stuff that I didn't have, like, still in the box from a kid. So most of this stuff, I still have a Millennium Falcon, my original, without the box. But then I have a boxed one.
Right.
So...
Right.
But I'm not a collector. I'm a preserver of culture.
Excellent.
I like that.
There's it. Even though your name there says DJ Collector. So just going off of that.
But to clear that up, my sister, who was born in the 50s, has all of her 1950s Barbies still.
See?
Yeah, that's right. There were the Barbies, right? That was a big thing. Yeah.
And that's worth like a lot of those Barbies, the early Barbies, they're worth gold. Like especially the first one. The first one is really worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
that's when Barbie was rocking the little sister whose name was Midge.
Right.
Midge. Wow. That's taking it back. Okay.
When she had the Coke bottle body and the always the high heels. Yeah.
Yeah, her feet were shaped like that.
Right.
Yep. Got a shout out in the comments. Vashon, what's up? And lots of RIPs to Groove the Most.
For the Most, my OG.
Yeah. Yep. He made one of the illest songs. And now I can't think of what it's called.
Was it an official release? Like a
Yeah, on the 12-inch.
Get Busy?
No.
Man Behind the Groove?
Man Behind the Groove.
I got the test press in here.
Bro.
I got the test press and Get Busy, Man Behind the Groove. Actually, there's two versions of Man Behind the Groove. There's a vocal version and there's an instrumental version.
I don't have the instrumental version. I have the vocal version.
Yeah.
I have the vocal version on a cassette.
I'm sitting on so much material from Groove and Lord Supreme that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. I'm definitely going to put stuff out, to honor him. So it's my OG, man. I gotta always honor him.
Yeah, he was dope. Yeah, yep. Well, speaking of your DJ career, when did you start? When did you decide that you were going to be a DJ, or when did the bug, get you?
1981. That was the year. So I had just moved to Groove's neighborhood, Winfield. So I just moved to the neighborhood, and like the other 10-year-old, 11-year-olds in the neighborhood was already DJing because their older brothers had equipment. So when I moved to the neighborhood, like I had already seen block parties DJs, but I had never seen kids my own age DJing. So 81 is when I first got into started DJing, and I lost a battle that same year. Right, I wasn't that good, and I had my little crate of records, little 10, 12 inches, and I lost. And back then, you battle for equipment and you battle for records, and I lost my records in that first battle. So next year, of course, I come out blazing because now that's a hurting feeling. You save your lunch money, and you buy 12 inches, and back then 12 inches was $1.99.
Yeah, right.
So my mom would give me like $2 a day. I would buy, potato chips, the little Hostess cupcake, a little drink, and a soft pretzel, and save the other $1 for the end of the week. And then I would go down to like Armand's or Funko Mart or Gold Electronics, and I would go buy 12 inches.
Yeah.
So 81 is when I first got into DJing.
Wow. Do you remember what was in the original crate that you lost?
Yeah. So it was my original Cool Collar Star Child.
Wow.
Do you want to get funky? Do you like to get funky? And it was some others. That was the main one because that was like really the first 12-inch that I ever really bought.
Okay.
Was that with my own money? That was the first 12-inch I bought my own money. But that was that was a her piece. It's like you got like 5 or 6 records. I didn't have a collection.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You earn your stripes. Now people aren't earning stripes right now. It's too easy to get into things.
Yeah.
Way too easy.
Yeah. Exactly. What equipment did you have in the early days? What were you working with?
So originally it was, your parents. I had a BSR and some other hodgepodge mixed turntable. Then because I was practicing after school, so it was like I'm practicing after school at other kids' house,
Yeah.
But then practice on parents and grandparents' equipment. And then, so my first set of turntables that I got was Technics SLB 100s. They were straight arm, and a janky mixer, and so that was like the first original setup I had. And I kept that setup. I wound up giving that setup away probably around 88 or 89 to some young kid up there. Now I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have kept it.
Wow.
Right. But
yeah,
it was whatever. Because see, during that time, Groove had given me his OG setup, which was Techniques 1500s, which I still have. So he gave me his 1500s. So I'm passing off, you know, my SLB 100s to this other kid, you know. But in retrospect, I'm like, man, I keep everything. Why did I give this setup to this kid? You know, it is what I mean. Groove looked out for me in so many ways, you know, as a kid, that I'm like, I got to pay it forward.
Right.
You know.
When did you first meet Groove?
So when I moved to Winfield, I had already been hearing Groove's name because Groove was already like the OG. He was already the guy because Groove started spinning in '77, right? So he was already the guy. His name was Captain Groove during that time. Captain Groove, and his crew was called the Ultra Force of Funk. So he was already the neighborhood guy. So it was '85 when I wound up finally meeting, because he lived right around the corner from me. So I met him in '85, and by like '86, '87, he took me under his wing.
Oh, that's great.
You know, he took me under his wing, and it was one of those things where I would go to his house with my original MC, who was his dancer, him and Lord Supreme's dancer.
Oh.
So their dancer was my MC. So he would take me over to his house, and you know, Groove's like, who's this kid? Like, you know, because they're all older than me. So he's like, who's this kid? And I'm quiet, but we didn't even get connected off of the music and DJing, because in the corner of his house, he had a closet in the basement, and he had nothing but comic books in there. I was like focused on the comic books because I'm a comic book collector. Right? Yeah. So I'm focused on comics, and at the whole time he's like, who is this kid going through my comics? And then I would just go over there every day after school with my MC, and then I just started popping up at his crib and knocking on the basement window like, yo, Groove. And he would just come to the door like, what's up? I'd be like, oh, I'm just trying to hang out. You know? So we got cool off of comic books and kung fu movies before we got cool at DJing. Because I was into the same things that he was in. So it was like, I'm like the splitting image of him as a younger brother, because he's the youngest, so I'm the youngest of him. All his other brothers and sisters are older. So
that's dope. Can you talk about coming up, what the Philly scene was like in those days? I mean, these were exciting times.
Very exciting. I mean, you feel Philly's DJ capital. Yeah. You know, I won't say now because things change. I don't know what's the capital of anything, but Philly was DJ capital for the longest time. It birthed the best DJs. It brought the style. It brought the reason why we turn the turntables this way, because that's Cash Money. Yep. Right? Transformer Scratch. Shout out to Spinbad. Shout out to Spinbad, the original guy who pretty much did the Transformer Scratch first.
I haven't heard that name in forever.
But this is the OG DJ Spinbad.
I know.
Okay. So he's the guy who did the Transformer first, but didn't call it the Transformer, and it was similar to the Transformer. But it was Cash that really came up with the Transformer. Right. But Spinbad did a first version, or archaic version of the Transformer. Wow. So, but Philly had the best DJs, man. Philly had, I mean, first of all, Cash. Got to give it up to Cash. But before Cash, there was Groove. There was, what's his name from the radio? What's his name? Cosmic Kev. Right? Cosmic Kev is OG before all these guys. Cosmic Kev was there before. Groove, Cosmic Kev. You had people like Grand Wizard Nell, Disco Rat. You had Captain Boogie, who was our Cool Herc. Like, we didn't know who Cool Herc was. Our Cool Herc was Captain Boogie. He was the dude bringing the sound systems out in the park. Right? So that's 70s. Right? And then, you got Lightning Rich. Man. You got, like, Philly is there's no place better than Philly when it came to DJ culture. No place. In a wild story, I was in Rhode Island back in, I think it was like 2006 maybe. I'm in Rhode Island and I'm doing this party. And Special K from the Treacherous 3 walks up to me.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, you from Philly, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, how do you know? And he was like, buy me a Long Island iced tea and I'll tell you some stories. Right? So I finished my set. I buy him a Long Island iced tea. And he's like, yo, don't ever let New York tell you that Philly wasn't there in the beginning. Because y'all was there. Right. He was like, we was coming to Philly. And then he said a name that I was like, you had to be in Philly. He was like, Grand Wizard Nell gave me my first amplifier.
Wow.
So when he said that, I was like, oh, y'all was definitely coming to Philly. You know what was going on, because for a Harlem guy to say this Philly dude gave him his first amplifier.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you was coming to Philly, you know. And some other Philly history. You know how hip hop DJing got to Denver?
No.
This dude, Disco Rat.
Wow.
Disco Rat is OG Philly. He used to ride around with a big van with a rat drawn on the side of it with a sound system in it, right? He was in the military. He moved to Denver. He brought hip hop DJing to Denver.
Wow.
A Philly dude.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, so Philly was it. DJ culture wise, yeah, Philly was untouchable. Radio, I mean, Lady B, you know, I mean, even before Power 99, WHAT, when she was on AM.
Yes, sir.
You know, I still got mad tapes of that. You know,
yes, sir.
Like Philly was important for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And it's the second city of hip hop, because what was going on in New York was going on in Philly. And I remember interviewing Steinsky from Double D and Steinsky for a magazine back in 2005.
Yeah.
And he said he used to live in Philly. And he was like, yo, there was a scene going on in Philly at the same exact time there was a scene going on in New York. The only difference is New York, the Bronx, called it hip hop.
Right.
Prior to that, it was just ghetto culture. Prior to being called hip hop, it was just ghetto culture. There was no name. It was DJing, it was rapping, it was breaking, it was graffiti. We had that in Philly.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I took offense to this maybe a couple months ago. And you know, these little polls, I pay them no mind, but I took offense to it because it had the top 10 hip hop cities. Philly was 10. I was like, nah, I started going at these people every day. Like, listen, Philly did this, they did this, they did this, they did this. And listen, Skeme, I'm a Jersey cat, but 15 minutes away, I went to Drexel University. I've lived in Philly for a number of years. So listen, that's my hip hop roots. So they wasn't going to tell me what I witnessed and saw and know to be fact.
The problem now is everybody's got an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
People who weren't back then, they don't know, so they're going off basis now. You know how the generation now always says like, oh, you old guys always talk about things were better back then. And now I'm like, yeah, see how I proved y'all wrong? Because even you guys are saying things was better 5 years ago. Because the world is so messed up. So things were better back then. You know, they legit was, because it was pure back then.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, and now everybody's got an opinion. If you didn't live it, then like you can't discuss it. Like you don't have anything to judge and gauge off of.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. It's,
right? Like I lived it, and you know, I'm 11, 10 DJing. Like I'm seeing what's going on. Right? 10, 11 in 1981 is different than 10, 11 in 2006.
Oh
yeah.
Totally different.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's the equivalent of you sneaking to read a porn magazine as a kid and hiding under your bed. You looking at Instagram at porn.
Yep.
Listen, they don't understand. They always had hip hop. We didn't always have hip hop, and then not having access to it. Or listen, I'm sure you did the same thing. Like you said, WHAT. I'm scouring or going WKTU, and I'm like, you're listening, trying to find where it is on the radio.
Yep.
And this is how young I was and didn't understand. and I ended up going to Drexel, which is so crazy. So I ended up being in that, in the radio station. But I remember going and then hearing, hip hop, not realizing it was a college radio station and they would be back at this same time. I thought it was going to be on every day or something. But it was just, it wasn't as easy as it is today. It's not the same thing.
We worked for it.
Yes.
We worked for it. And honestly, I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I still love working the hard way for things.
Yep.
There's more appreciation in it. There's more value in it.
Yes.
There's more you saving your lunch money to go buy what you want to buy. Instead of your parents buying you turntables and the SP12 and you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I had like when you posted last week on your Instagram, the Gucci sneakers, the 84 Gucci. Right?
Yeah.
Yo, I had to save lunch money and paper route money.
Yes.
To go to Atlantic City to Caesars, to go buy a pair of $95 Gucci tennis 84s.
Yes.
Right? That wasn't like your parents giving you $95. $95 for sneakers?
In the 80s?
And then you have to get to Atlantic City.
You got to get to Atlantic City. And the only way to get to Atlantic City, you had to catch the bus, the Greyhound bus.
Mm-hmm.
You could have caught an Amtrak, but I didn't know nothing about Amtrak like that.
Speed line. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So all these things, man, like I love the era I grew up in. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
It made me who I am. It made me well-rounded, and it prepared me for what's going on in the world now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Quick question here. P Skeme, when are you coming to perform another super dope set in Seattle again?
Man, I'm overdue for Seattle. Seattle was like a 2-3 time a year destination. I would go out there and rock with Supreme LaRock, and I'm overdue for Seattle. I'm definitely overdue. I'm gonna try to make that happen soon.
Word. When you guys, so you had an MC, were you guys was there dreams of a record contract? Were you guys gigging, performing? What was
honestly, it was so pure. It wasn't even about in '86. It wasn't about a record deal for me.
Yeah.
It was coming home from school every day, and plugging in the Dr. Rhythm, Boss Dr. Rhythm.
Yeah.
My OG, Boss Dr. Rhythm.
Wow.
I got this in '84. So it's like, it's like you coming home and you just happy to be making beats, and you just happy to rhyme, and you happy. So it wasn't about a record deal. It was just kids. It was just as natural as you going to go ride your bike every day, or you going to go play basketball. It wasn't about a record deal, because I didn't know nothing about a record deal. It was, I can't wait to get home from school so I can go to my bedroom, turn on the equipment, make beats.
Yeah.
And DJ, so it wasn't even about that. To be honest, I never wanted to be a professional DJ.
Oh.
That was never a thing.
Interesting.
I always DJ'd. I always had a day job, right? I was my last day job was 2012. I used to work for BMW, and I was traveling the globe nonstop. My manager would just be like, if it was Thursday, he'd look at the clock, it's 3:00, he'd be like, don't you got some jigga shit to do or something? And that was him basically being like, I know you gotta go. I'll see you Tuesday when you get back. So I would fly out to Europe on Thursday, be back to work Monday, hustle. And he was a hustler, so he allowed me to fly around, right? So I always was getting a paycheck and then getting a DJ paycheck.
Yeah.
Well, I never wanted to be a full-time professional DJ, because it was just something I did since childhood.
Right.
It was culture. It was just culture, And then 2012, the company was getting sold. The old guy, Don, he was retiring, and my manager was like, "Yo, when Don retires and the corporate people come in and buy it, I can't let you just fly around the world. You either got to be here, or I can just lay you off and you collect unemployment for the next year." And I was like, "Lay me off. I'll collect unemployment." So that forced me to be a professional DJ, but I never wanted to be. It was just I'm working as much now as I did when I was working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Right. So I never wanted to, it was just like, yo, this is what kids do. Kids come home and they're into their hobbies.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Wow. Well, it's good to hear that, and I love that you get to do that. Like that's so special, man. So congratulations, because
Thank
Yeah.
you.
lot of us, I mean, I didn't even say a lot of us, but just a lot of people don't even really get to invest into their passion. So that you actually made a career and you get paid, and so bravo to you, brother. Bravo.
Yeah, thank you. I think the only time that I was like, oh, I want to be a professional was the early 90s when I was running with my man Chris Ramos, who used to be like road manager for KRS, Poor Righteous Teachers, and we were shopping a deal. We had a group 2 Cannon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was our group. So we were shopping deals. So that was the only time that I was just like, yo, let's shop this deal. Let's just put these records out. Like, yo, I'm trying to produce this album.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only time I felt like I'm trying to put out records and stuff like that. But still, it was like, yo, I got this day job. You know, that was hopefully that'll happen. But the day job is what was happening, you know. And so I feel like a lot of people, like I did the reverse. A lot of people want to do their art and then buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a house off of going to work every day, and now DJ maintains the house, right? But that's a product of my grandfather, because my grandfather he always told me own something,
right?
Yeah,
he always said own something, you know, and that's what it was. It was just like, okay, let me go get this mortgage, 1994. Let me go get this mortgage,
right?
You know, so it's just that's what he instilled in me. So it was like, work this 9 to 5. A lot of artists don't want to work. They want to be artists, and I love that. But it's like, yo, that 9 to 5 is what pays, you know, for your art.
Right.
You know? So
yeah, it's a hard truth, man.
Sometimes
people don't get it. It's a hard truth. When did you start doing mixtapes?
So of course 80s, late 80s, like mixtapes, but it wasn't until 2017, because before it was like I'm doing mixtapes because I'm trying to ride around in the car.
Yeah,
right. But 2017, I was like, yo, no one's doing tapes, no one's doing mixtapes. So I was like, you know what, I put out like a legit cover art, the whole 9, of just all breaks, like dig in, sample stuff.
Yeah. And
then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put out a mixtape a month, and I would just dub tapes at the crib. So I would do a limited run of 40 tapes a month, and do a different concept, blaxploitation, soundtracks, samples, jazz, funk, whatever. And I would just do a mix every month. And I've been consistently just doing mixtapes. Like, so I'll bang them out every month, you know. So sometimes it'll be legit, sometimes it'll be artwork and the whole 9, and others will just be stamped and numbered.
Wow.
You know, so because I'm like, no one's doing mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm still the guy that I'm trying to live like it's 1982. Right? I'm still trying to live like it's 1982.
Wow.
You know, and I know if Groove was here, Groove would he would be the same way. He'd be like, yeah, this is what we do. Right. You know, he would still be on that.
Well, it's not that crazy though, because tapes have come back.
That's the crazy. Like, tapes have come back, but I'm like, how pure is it for everybody now? Like, is it the trend? It's like 45s. Is it the trend?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it like really pure? Like, it's great, but I'm like, yo, y'all should have never stopped doing mixtapes or mixed CDs.
Yeah.
You should have never stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I look at everybody that sold their records when they got Serato.
Yeah.
And now everybody's buying records back. They're buying 45s now. I'm like, it's 45s of everything you had on 12-inch and you had on Serato. Why'd you sell?
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm just like, okay, cool, it's back. But I'm the nostalgia king. I'm the tape king. It never stopped.
Right.
So, yeah.
Do you still have it? Do you still have your old, like, beats, and do you have tapes of that stuff?
I got all that stuff.
Ah, that's so dope.
Because, like, I'm trying to really figure out what to do with it. Like, I had a couple labels hit me up and be like, yo, Skeme, let's just run off, some 45s or like some 12 inches of stuff, of just like beat stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. It's just getting in the mind frame of sitting down and be like, all right, let's get to work. Let's do this, and it's hard for me to do that because I'm always on the go. I'm always thinking like, I need to write for the site and review some records. I need to make beats. I need to it's just way too much. Like, and I say the winter time, I'm like, I hope it snows. I hope we get a crazy snowstorm so I can be stuck in the house and I can just do this. And then I get sidetracked. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this movie or I'm gonna watch this kung fu flick. So, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great that you still got all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just, you have to. Because I go through stuff now and I'm just like, man, like, what if I didn't have that? I couldn't prove that I was here back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it tells a story because with all of the people passing away whose stories aren't being told.
Yes.
Right? Like I used to talk to Biz and Cash Money a lot because we're all collectors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My one gripe about Biz is that I didn't interview Biz to tell his story.
Right.
Because on collecting, there's only a few people that could talk about business in this collecting. Me, Cash Money, like very few people, because we would battle on the phone like, oh, but you got this? Oh, wait, you got the Pam Grier Players magazine? You got that? And Biz was, I got that. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah.
For me, it's like, we got to tell people stories. We lost Danny Dan.
Yeah.
And I interviewed Dan back in 2012, maybe, for my site. And then I just did an interview repost for the new Dusty's magazine. And I put it in Dusty because I'm like, people need to tell people stories because Danny's only been interviewed twice in magazine. Wow. Once in '99 in Big Daddy magazine, and I interviewed him.
Wow, Big Daddy magazine. Damn.
So we need to tell people stories. So him, Biz, Paul Nice, like all these people. I got in the new Dusty's magazine. I got to interview a Paul Nice remembered section in there because I'm the one. I'm like, how are we not honoring these people?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and obviously that's what we do and try to preserve that. But being in the moment and knowing that these people are amazing and this is what we should be doing, and knowing that none of us are getting out of here alive. Right. So let's capture it and and give it to the next generation. So
and that's important. That's always been important for me, man. Preserving of culture has always been something like since childhood. That's why I collected. That's why I kept things because it was always important. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I've been doing this. I got a VCR in '84, right? So I was taping everything. My VHS archives, ridiculous. Groove's VHS archives, stupid ridiculous.
Wow.
Like there's no one who had a better archive than Groove on VHS. Because Groove was running 3-4 VHS at a time. He would go to work and he'd be taping everything that's coming on HBO early when nobody had cable, and he was early. Original commercials on TV. He would record the soap operas for his mom. So all the original commercials and everything, so like that's what I'm saying. Like we was nonstop with it. We was wilding out.
Let me just say this. So we do the Prospective podcast in Center City. So we had Mr. Eon on, and I was asking Mr. Eon, yo, what was your favorite channel back? I was like 17 or 29. He was like channel 48, right?
Channel 48.
Yo, like maybe after I put up the clip, like a half an hour later, right? Skeme inboxes me, and he has footage of channel 48. Now, mind you, this television station went off in 1983. He's got the commercials. I was like, yeah, this dude is wild.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was nonstop. Like Groove was a big influence, But I think it was one of those things, he saw that I was doing what he was already doing. Because when I first met Groove DJing, he was like, oh, you DJing? He's like, let me see what you got. And I showed him, and these words will stick for me forever. He's like, oh, you're doing it, but let me show you how to really do it.
Wow.
And that was the defining moment where I was like, okay, Shaolin master, student. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, it was just like, dude, it's so much stuff I got on VHS that'll never be aired again. Commercials that'll never be aired again. There was a crazy joint. This guy, Bud Dwyer.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I saw it.
I have that on VHS.
Oh, geez.
Dude, I remember I came home from school and I saw it live, and I'm like, what the heck?
I have that on VHS.
Wow.
Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like stuff like that will never happen again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thankfully.
I remember that.
No, I mean the recording of. But you know what's wild?
I know.
This is the crazy thing. So up until like the first year of COVID, maybe second year of COVID, I was still recording on VHS from like DirecTV. Like I was still recording. Like, because it'd be like, oh, MeTV is on, they showing some classic TV shows. I need this episode. Let me jack that. So I was still recording on VHS up until like 2020.
Wow.
I would DVR stuff sometimes, and I would just dump it on the VHS because it's the safest way to preserve.
Wow.
Safest way.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
Forget MeTV. Forget MeTV now. It's Catchy Comedy. Do you have that?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Catchy Comedy.
Catchy Comedy.
Anything Ultra knows because I'm always talking about it.
Right.
Anything Norman Lear, anything. Oh my God. No. Dobie Gillis.
Dobie Gillis. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So it's like I have to do that. And I even went on a stretch because I was like, yo, I'm never trying to go without a VCR ever. So like I always had like Sony high-end VCRs.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you, probably 2015, I went on a tear on eBay and was like, I'm buying every high-end Sony VCR because they were still cheap. Yeah. And I would just buy all of them. And I had to stay. And my lady at the time, she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, yo, I can't go without a VHS player. Can't do it. And even now, getting TVs and stuff repaired is like hard to do.
Yeah.
I got an old guy on Langhorne that still services TVs and VCRs. So yo, I send my VCRs out there like a car. I need you to just maintain it, like change the oil on it, put the new bands on it, make sure it's good to go.
There you go. That answers your question, Head Snack. He was wondering how you keep your VCR still working.
There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm telling you, I'm wilding out, But like, how about the Big Daddy Kane players issue?
It's timely. It's timely. Big Daddy Kane issue. Timely. Very timely.
Wow. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
What Skeme? What? Oh no, I was gonna ask before. So you said you've been collecting and preserving this stuff. As a kid, did you realize that, or like, were you aware that like, oh, I gotta save this, or was it just a personal thing?
It was a personal thing. Yeah. It was just me hoarding and just me being attached and not wanting to get rid of or give away anything.
Yeah.
It was just like the original collector for me was comic books, right? Late 70s, Star Wars man, G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Right. And it was just like I just held on to it. And then 80s rolled around. And it's like, oh, I'm just holding on to it. 90s rolled around. Oh, I'm holding on to it. So it wasn't even like a conscious thing. It was just like, I can't go without this.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was just like, I'm keeping everything. And I never forgot anything. It was like, if I left something somewhere, it was like, oh, we got to turn around. I got to go back and get this because I left this at so-and-so. So, yeah.
Damn.
Man.
I mean, I still have, I still have the OG SB12. So here's a crazy story about the SB12.
Okay.
So back in the day, if you wanted equipment like an SB12, you had to know someone who owned a studio, and the studio had to order.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You couldn't.
Right.
There was no Sam Ash. There was no none of that.
Right.
Like
Right.
900, like 909 to 808. You can go to Philly. You can go to Funko-Mart and buy those. But the SB12s, you had to know someone who owned the studio.
Right.
So there was 2 SB12s that came into Philly in '87. One went to Jazzy Jeff. One went to Will Smith. Will lives in my neighborhood. Groove is Will's OG DJ. Right? When they had a group called the Hypnotic 3. And Fresh Prince's name was Prince Will Rock. Right? Will, people might joke about Will. Will was the Kumo D of Philly.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
Right? He was the Kumo D of Philly. So Groove used to go to Will's crib around the corner, make beats for Will. And then Will, one day, Groove was just like, I'm taking the SB12 to my crib. Takes the SB12 to his crib. He's making beats. I'm going to his crib and making beats. Right? And then 89 rolls around, and Steady B, his uncle, Lawrence Goodman from Pop Art Records, Groove was at his crib, and he saw a box with the OG MPC 60
Wow.
sitting there. This is 89.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, yo, what's this? And he was like, oh, man, nobody wants to touch it because don't nobody know how to use it. And Groove was a scientist. So Groove was like, I'm taking this. And he took it. And Lawrence was basically like, yo, I need you to do some remixes for Cool C, for the youngsters. So Groove was like, I'll learn the box. Groove took it home. I didn't hear from Groove for like 2 days. Groove mastered it, the 60. Like, he was a scientist. From that point on, he was like, yo, the SB12 is yours. Like the OG SB12, not the 1200, the OG.
Yeah, the OG, yeah.
And he was like, yo, the SB is yours.
With,
I still have that SB till this day.
Wow.
with the big Commodore,
I got 2 Commodore floppy disks because I had the floppy disk because my first computer was a Commodore 64. So I still had the floppy disk from 1983.
Yep. Love the Commodore.
Oh.
Yo, man.
You know what? It's funny. I got to show you something.
Oh, shit. I was just going to say, they brought the Commodore 64 back. Did you see that, Ultra?
Bro, who got a Commodore 64 in the box?
Yo!
Comma 8, comma 1.
Yep.
Right?
That is amazing,
Come on, bro.
man.
Come on. That's my favorite, man. Yo, I was
a Commodore 64.
I used to wild out with that back in the day, man. Like my room was one half, I was a hacker, and then one half was hip hop.
Oh, that's so great.
Skeme, will you tell people don't understand this when I try to tell them? I said, we were online in the 80s.
Yeah. Yep.
I had a modem for the Commodore.
We were on BBSs, bulletin board systems. That was pre-Facebook. Yep. So that was like we was online.
Yes.
Yeah.
We was communicating with people with private inboxes, DMs. We was communicating with people worldwide.
Exactly. It's way before 94, 95.
Right.
Yeah.
This is early 80s.
Yes.
If you had a little money, this was 79. You know what I'm saying? If y'all had a little computer back then,
yes.
You know, your mom or your dad worked at the corporation.
Listen, that's when people you knew people had money when they came out with the apples, the Apple IIc, the Apple
II. Yep.
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
Yep.
So you know, it's wild, man. Like we lived the best era. We had the best times. You know, hip hop was hip hop. You know, and it was just you know, and even radio. Like I still got tapes when they used to broadcast live from the club.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like and the crazy thing is there's one record that I remember more than any record being played at the club. And keep in mind, I'm a kid, so I'm not even in the club. But I'm listening to the radio like, I wonder what's going on. Samandi Bra is the one record I remember being played in the club like that. That till this day, when I play Bra, I play it like I remember it and wishing I could be at the club at night. Because that's how, for me, that's how I still DJ. I DJ like it's cultural.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I grew up on Philly International Records. I grew up on Teddy Pendergrass. I grew up on all that.
Yeah.
Right? So when I play records, I'm still trying to play records the way they was playing it back then, culturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So yeah, Epic's Games.
Def Jam of the Commodore.
California Games, Winter Games. You know, Epic's was it.
Epic's
Bro.
was it.
What was my I used to love. I mean, I don't know. I forget who made it. I used to love Pit Stop.
Bro.
And Archon. Oh,
yes. I'm telling you, there was so much. We had so much in the boxes that it came in and the whole nine. Now there's no boxes. Like you download that shit. Like it's like, I need physical.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy about that? I remember when I came to school and I took, what was it? Rob Morris. I still remember his name, Rob Morris. I told him I had a Commodore 64. He was like, "Do you have any discs?" I was like, "Wow." He's like, "Just give me some discs." I was like, "Man, I gotta go to the mall. I gotta go to the." He was like, "Trust me, if you give me some discs, you will not be disappointed."
You laced up.
He gave me some discs, bro, and then I was like, "Yo, I had like every game imaginable." And then he put the little. He put the program on that would allow me to copy them for everybody else. I laced everybody.
Bro.
Yeah, that was the shit. Montezuma's Revenge was my shit, head snack.
Yes, it was. That was the best era. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's why, like, for me, like, I've always bought video game systems. The last system I bought was the PlayStation 2. After that, I was like, all right, I can't mess with nothing else. But I still got my OG Atari. I still got like ColecoVision and television, Neo Geo. You know, I collect arcade machines and pinball machines. So,
do you have an Odyssey? Do you got Odysseys?
No. So my homie Ron that I did with, Ron's got an Odyssey. He's got an Odyssey.
Odyssey 2 with Munchman. They didn't have Pac-Man. They had Munchman.
Yeah, Munchman.
So,
That's
Munchman.
what I'm saying. You know, but it's just like, man, there's just so much, and like, we lived in the best era, and
absolutely,
you know, everything. I always tell people, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s is one generation. 2000s is a whole totally something else. We all had connection because if you was born in the 70s, you felt the effects of the 60s, socially, politically, whatever.
Yeah.
You lived in the 80s, arcades, BMX bikes. You was a young adult in the 90s, hip hop clubs, you know, right?
Yep.
That was it. If you was born in 2000 or 90 or what, like 99, 2000, like you don't have any connection because by 2000, everything changed.
Everything changed,
Everything changed.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's just wild, man. But what are you going to do? You know, except for step out in your pro kids.
There you go.
With the, I saw that OG 1970s unworn.
Damn.
Pro kids, bong bong with the original bong bong.
Wow.
See, that's what I was going for. People Skeme understood it.
They didn't get it. They didn't get it. When I saw that logo, I was like, I knew what that is.
You know what it was.
How about Skeme? Let's talk about the record collection.
Yeah.
What are you up to about now? How many records we talking?
Probably 12 to 15.
Okay. Okay.
Records for me, unlike everything else, records is all killer, no filler. Right? I can do without a lot of, right? I'm a working class DJ, so I have to keep what I'm going to play, which is making me money.
Yep.
Like, I see some people and they're like, yo, I bought a whole collection, but I'm like, yo, it's 20 Diana Rosses, and there's nothing wrong with Diana Ross.
Right.
It's, you got 20 Diana Rosses in there. 5 of the albums are horrible albums. The first 2 are great. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a bunch of junk. Right? Like, me, it's like, I got to have only what I'm going to use, whether it's to make money in a club or where I'm DJing, what I'm listening to in the house, right? Or, you know, like I didn't like jazz. Jazz for me was, oh, we sampling this in the 90s. As a grown man, that's all I listen to in the house now is jazz.
Yeah.
Right? That's all I listen to. So it's like, yeah, so it's just like between 12 and 15, you know. So
Are there any Holy Grail records out there that you don't have yet?
Everything's a holy grail that I don't have. You know, it's just, I mean, there's always something.
Yeah.
My holy grails are usually the ones that I don't know about, that somebody hips me to, that I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when I go to Japan, or if I go to China or Korea, and somebody hips me to something and I hear it and I'm like, yep, I need that. That's the grail. So there's always new grails.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the textbook grails, right? And I want the stuff that nobody else is digging for, which you got to go international for, because the people internationals was hipping you to other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's there's always something like, and the crazy thing is like I collect too much that I can never have everything of a grail of a record, or everything of a grail of a movie poster, or everything of a grail. Like, it's just too much. So when I see people that's just like, oh, you collect Batman and you got the craziest Batman collection, I would get bored having one thing that I'm into.
Yeah.
Right? I would get bored.
Wow. Well, favorite places that you've DJ'd, that you've played?
Favorite places, I mean, Japan's always going to be a favorite. That's like second home for me, so that's always going to be a favorite.
Word.
Shanghai, China, ridiculous. Ridiculous. One place where people might not even think about it, Russia.
Oh, word.
Yo, I went to Russia in 2012, 2011, 2012. When I say one of the best funk soul nights I've ever played in the world was in St. Petersburg, Russia.
That's dope.
The OG DJ out there trained his audience. So they bro, when I'm talking about you can go deep. That's dope. St. Petersburg, Russia was like, that was the one. But like, you know, Japan and New York is always going to be New York.
Yeah, sure.
New York is always going to be New York. So yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of good places. Like every place I think I've gone to has been an experience, except for India.
Oh,
because I got sick.
Oh, damn.
I actually DJ'd sick.
Wow.
I actually DJ'd sick. You know, I mean, because I'm a professional. I gotta go up there and still show and prove. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, get me out of here. I can't wait to catch this like 20-hour flight home.
It wasn't the food, was it?
I don't know what it was, because I was safe. I was real safe with it, and I don't know. And it just hit me, and it was just like I'm literally DJing, feeling it coming on, and I told my boy, I was like, yo, give me a bucket, and I'm DJing, and he once didn't get what I said, and I turned around and I threw up all behind me, and I went right back to DJing. And then he put a bucket up, and I threw up again in the bucket and went right back to D. And I had like 15 minutes left, and I couldn't get out there quick enough.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's wild. It's adventure, man. But that's the stuff that you like. That's the stuff that you can tell stories about later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a when you live a fun life, and it could be anything that you do. When you just live, because I live every day like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I know you've been seeing I've been riding my BMX again. I've been up on the BMX now.
Mongoose, man.
Been zipping around the block, and you know, so you know, I try to live, but that's what's keeping me young, is I keep living like I'm 10.
Yeah.
You know, and I still do the same things that I did when I was 10. I would come home from a little house party, pop a pizza in the oven, and watch a Godzilla or a karate play, right? I still do that as an adult. I still come home. I get a cheesesteak now. It's like I grab a cheesesteak, you know, watch a kung fu flick or a blaxploitation, fall asleep. You know, so I always try to make sure I keep doing what I did as a kid.
That's
Really
dope,
just keep
man.
me young.
Yeah.
You know,
That's dope.
because stress be killing people.
Hell yeah.
You know, and we all going to die with stress, in debt, or something of the nature.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, so I'm just trying to like always stay on that like happy note of being
Like I like watching your like when you go to different places and you always like vlog like your food, like you're always looking for like the best hamburger and all this stuff. I live for those posts. I love those
but
things.
you know why I do that? So I do that because I realize not everyone is fortunate enough to travel. Not everyone has a passport.
Yeah.
Right. I look at a lot of big DJs and a lot of big artists, and they go places, they do the gig, and they out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, did you take in the culture?
Right.
Yeah.
Did you experience anything? Like, I don't really care about seeing the party. I want to see the culture from the country. So when I do that, I'm trying to show the culture from the country, right, to people who may not be fortunate enough to be able to travel.
Absolutely.
You know, because like the reason why, like, TV raised me, right? TV raised a lot of TV taught me geography, right? Because I'm watching James Bond, I'm watching Hogan's Heroes, I'm watching all these TV shows, and they're in Belgium, Germany, Switzerland. Like I'm watching all of these TV shows, and as a kid, I'm like, yo, Berlin, like where's these places at? Where's like,
Yeah.
So as an adult now, I'm like, shit, I finally went to Berlin. I finally went to so-and-so. I finally, and my homie, when I do the Germany tour, my homie knows I love World War II movies, right? Like Where Eagles Dare and all of the classics. He would always set up tour dates in Germany where those movies would film. So there's a movie called Bridge Over Remagen. And I remember we was coming from one city to another city, and he was like, yo, the bridge over Remagen that they blew up, there's the bridge right there. So he was always, you know what I'm saying? So for me, DJing to go around the world, that's I'm trying to go get culture.
Yeah.
Yes.
DJing is just paying for me to go get culture.
Yeah. Hell yes.
Right? So
that's crazy. Like when you think like this is just for me, like manifestation and stuff. When I was in high school, for some reason, I didn't know why, but I always I wanted to go to Germany. For some reason, I didn't really pay attention to German in high school. I remember it was funny. Remember we used to have African medallions? So my homeboy Darren, he made a German medallion. Like we make them in art class. He's like,
wow.
So I didn't know why, but the very first place where we went on tour, Prince of Superstar, went to Cologne, Germany, and fell in love with the place.
Yo, when I go to Germany, Cologne is my home. That's where I stay at.
That's the spot.
Cologne is dope.
I love Cologne.
Cologne is dope. But that's what I'm saying. Like TV raised us and it taught us geography almost as much, if not more, than school taught us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, why I love Japan and Japanese culture? Because we grew up on 70s anime before it was called anime.
Yeah.
It was called Japanimation.
Yep.
Right? We grew up on Star Blazers and Marine Boy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So watching this stuff as a kid, I always had a connection to Japan before I had a passport.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing's really raising you right now in that sense, because now it's like Instagram. Okay, we follow these influencers and they're like, oh, here's the best burger in so-and-so. And it's like, well, okay, well, guess what? It's not a hidden gem because you done told everybody about it now.
Right.
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 I know you got it. My bad. Go ahead.
Discovery. That's what, I want to stumble on things, Yeah. Like, I don't want the influencer to be like, here's where you need to go if you want. No, because then there's no personal.
Yeah.
Like, it kills me when all these other people come from out of town, come into Philly, and they're going to tell you what's the best cheesesteak. I'm like, come on, man. Stop it.
Right?
And they're going to tell me, oh, you put ketchup on it? Yeah, I do. And I said, you'll find mayonnaise too. I said,
whoa, bro, you're black, aren't you? Because only black people do that, and I don't do that.
No. Listen, I'm gonna say this.
Bro, yo, who can I be the third host? Can we cut him?
No, listen. I hate mayonnaise on cheesesteaks, but I know people that do it, so I just say it. But like, if people think that ketchup doesn't go on a cheesesteak, wait till you hear that they put mayonnaise on cheesesteak.
Bro, no ketchup either.
Oh, you just go raw.
No, here's the thing.
Yeah, you go raw.
As an adult who loves beef, right? I'm a beef connoisseur.
Right.
I need to taste the flavor of the beef. Don't hide it with ketchup and blue cheese and all that. I need to taste beef, right? Because if you put ketchup and everything on it, salt, pepper, fried onions, hot peppers. I need to taste beef.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Ketchup is for kids. Maybe your fries, but even then you need the gourmet ketchup, or you need like hot sauce and ketchup on your fries. Bro, we not doing it. I got to a debate with somebody about that, and they was like, "Yo, that's a Philly thing. We do," and I'm like, "Hey, I haven't had salt, pepper, and ketchup on my cheesesteak probably since 84, 85.
What?
That's childhood, man. That's come on, man. We're not doing that. Disrespectful.
Hey.
Disrespectful. We're canning him.
Hey. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna get a cheesesteak. We have some ketchup all over that joint.
Bro, we're not having that. Yo, I need to pull something else out the archive.
Okay.
Please do.
Bung, bung, bung. Kraftwerk, 1970, 81, and 82, live performance. Kraftwerk.
God damn. And what is that? Joe Walsh show?
Joe Walsh, 83 in Japan.
Wow.
Bung, bung. Ooh. And if you really want to take it there, the original B-Boy, James Brown live at Boston Gardens.
Wow. That's dope.
I'm just saying, no ketchup. None.
No ketchup. Hashtag no ketchup.
Hashtag no ketchup.
Yep. So you know what's wild, man? Like, so my neighborhood, I grew up in the Triangle in a sense. So I'm from Winfield, which Will Smith's up here, Groove's up here. Across the bridge was Steady B.
Mm-hmm.
Down the bridge was Schoolie D.
Mm-hmm.
So my neighborhood was like the trifecta of the dopest, really, in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to see Stead every day because Stead's girlfriend lived behind me, right? Like right across the driveway. So I would see Stead over here all the time. Stead actually, after school, Stead would be fighting people from my neighborhood. You know, you would go to school and then something would happen, and it'd be like, either you got to cut class to come back across the bridge before school let out, or you got to fight to get back across the bridge. And Stead would always be fighting. You know, and it's just like, but see, that was that, like, we don't have that no more where it's like, yo, the rapper guy who's always fighting in high school, and he became the rapper guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and he was nice with graffiti, too. He was nice with graffiti.
Everybody had hand style in Philly.
You had to.
I was just listening to Stead yesterday, actually.
Stead was dope, man. Stead was dope. He was dope early on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Boo. MC Boo.
Boo. He was dope early on, man. Like, so, like, you know, and it's crazy because seeing him early, because Pop Art Records is my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, his brother Dana Goodman, Word Up Records, is around the corner from me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there would be no Juice Crew.
Yeah.
Without Philly.
Yeah.
I said this and they can't put it. I'm trying to tell these people with that same thing. I'm like, y'all don't get it.
They don't get it. There'll be no Juice Crew. If you look at MC Shan's first record, The Bridge, the phone number is 215-878, which is my neighborhood.
Right? I don't get it.
But the wild thing is this is the really crazy thing. They wasn't mentioning that story up until a few years ago. They wasn't mentioning Philly. They wasn't saying we was coming to Philly, which is what I'm like, yo, why y'all hiding this information all this time? Yeah. I mean, I know why, because it was the Philly-New York beef that was going on with Mr. Magic and like, I get it. But come on, y'all was coming in. Craig G's first singles was pop art.
Yeah. So, Transformers and Shout Rap. Yeah.
You know,
But-
so
Yeah.
there was no Philly. There would be no Juice Crew.
Actually, but Shantae did say, I went to Philly. It was sort of chilly.
Shantae always gives her props.
Yeah.
Shantae always gives her props. She's the one person who always gives her props.
Yes.
But nobody else wasn't mentioning Philly, and I'm like, how are we not mentioning Philly?
Yeah, especially Molly wasn't really. Yeah, Molly wasn't saying.
He wasn't. We was playing y'all music before New York was playing y'all music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, how are we not doing this? Come on.
So I got this is the tape I was talking about.
That's the Philly New York compilation joint.
Yep.
Yeah. Word Up Records, and that's that right there, yo. Man, and the way Lawrence and Dana worked, you would record on Monday, your record be on the radio on Friday. That's how they worked. They was on it. They was on it. You know.
Are they still around?
Who?
Lawrence and Dana.
Dude, I haven't seen Lawrence in a long time. I know he's around because a pop art documentary popped up for like a partial, incomplete, like popped up on YouTube for a little while.
Yeah.
With footage of him telling stories, but then it got taken down. I'm like, yo, where'd this go? So he's still around. I just don't know where, what, but his story. Somebody needs to tell his story.
Yeah,
most Dana's story.
Bro, there's so many Philly stories, but it's like that one.
Scott Herzog at Third Story. Yo, Third Story was the first recording studio I ever stepped in the 80s.
Wow.
That was the first Scott Herzog. It's still there. That was the first recording studio I stepped into in the 80s.
It's still there. Wow.
Still there. Yeah. Yeah, but pop art, man, that history needs to be, you know, because Lawrence had a studio in his basement.
Right.
When people had to go to the studio, he had a studio in his basement. Because he had already been doing doo-wop records in like the 80s. What was the Galaxy 3 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
In the early 80s. So like we had independent black hip-hop record labels.
Yeah.
Listen, Salt and Pepper. They first came out. Supernature. They was on pop art.
Yo, I'm telling you, Philly is so influential for a lot of things, and like people often overlook Philly. They jump from one era and then go all the way till now and be like Black Thought.
Yeah.
Right. So they skip. I'm like, honestly, I've been seeing these top 10 lists of dopest MCs in Philly, and you can tell what generation people from because they miss everybody from a previous generation. They'll be like Meek Mill and so and so, and I'm like, whoa. Bahamadia is top 5 in Philly.
I'm not mad at you.
Top 5.
I'm not mad at you. Shoot, I tell people this all the time. Until EST came out, my favorite Philly rapper was Ice Dog. Ice Dog was I used to love Ice Dog for the Tough Crew, and then EST came out. I'm like, okay, y'all, this young boy.
Bro.
Yo, you know what's wild? So speaking of Bahamadia, me, her, and Groove was going to start this group because he used to produce for her. We produced for her. We produced a lot of stuff. There's a lot of unreleased material.
Wow.
We was going to because she was a DJ first before she was rapping.
Wow.
And she's dope as a DJ. So we was going to start a group. She was going to call herself Carol Speed. Carol Speed is the blaxploitation actress from Abby.
Wow.
Right? So she was going to call herself Carol Speed, and we was all going to rhyme and DJ for shows. That was going to be the whole... Because we all rhyme, we all DJ, we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I mean, she's top 5. Like,
oh man,
she's top 5.
I'll say this because I don't need to hear the story behind it, or whatever would happen. But people putting up like stuff of hers, and I was trying to say that I remember when Funk Vibe first hit the radio, and that thing was like, it was on the countdown every night. It was like, yo, who is this? What is this? And then I put up something. She asked me, "Could I take it down?" So there must be some feelings behind that. But I'm like, Funk Vibe.
That was the one.
Oh, that was the heater. That was
the one. I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like it's just like a lot of artists from the past have sour tastes about certain things they did, and I get it.
I respect it. I took it down. Like
For me though, I'm like, that's legacy. That's history.
Yeah.
That's a part of history. Like, claim your history.
Yeah.
You know, like whether you did something whack or whether it was the dopest, but it was bad business, like you did it.
Dude. That was one of that Funk Vibe to me was almost was not even almost, was kind of like it was like a PSK. It was like I mean, anything like maybe from, it almost like a discombobulated boobulate. It was like, it was one of them songs that like, oh, this is the heater, this is Philly, we know this Philly, and this is what we doing now.
Right.
And it was totally different sounding. Like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Bahamadia killed that.
Yeah, she was killing it. Yo, somebody asked about what happened to Task Force. If my homegirl Chrissy Mack is in there, she's doing something with Task Force. She could tell you where Task Force is, what happened to them.
What?
Yeah, Task Force, they lasted for a little bit, and then it was like gone.
Okay, I got a scheme. Whatever happened to Mr. Tuxedo?
Bro, I don't know. That's one. I don't know. I really don't know. Yo, you know what's crazy? So here's a little history. So, Last Night changed it all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, the first person to play that in Philly? A New York dude who moved to Philly, who lived in our neighborhood, me and Drew's neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's name was King Quality. That's the dopest name ever.
King Quality.
King Quality. He brought that record to Philly.
Wow.
And it was just called The Telephone Break.
Yeah.
But and I remember Groove told me that story about this dude, King Quality. And the crazy thing is, he lived in Philly for a couple years. But then, you know how jealousy is jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody broke in his crib and stole his records. Yeah. But, Dancing on Air days. Oh, hold on. I got some Dancing on Air for you. Hold on. I got some Dancing on Air.
Listen, Brother Rod knows, dancing. Yo, coming home from school, Dancing on Air, watching Dancing on Air. Yeah.
Dancing on Air was around the corner from my crib. Yo, who got some? Y'all want to watch some Dancing on Air? Who want to watch some Dancing on Air?
This guy.
You want to watch some Dancing on Air on VHS? Come to the crib. We watch some Dancing on Air.
Yo, that was the show. It was on 17, right?
It was on 17.
It was on
17. It's right around the corner from my crib. Like 17, bro. 17 had it all. 17 was it. Like for people that don't know Dancing on Air was a young teens dance show that came on in the afternoons after school. Mm-hmm. And they would just play all of the hits. It was like Soul Train, but for young teens. But they had Mary Jane Girls was on there. I got footage of Mary Jane Girls on there.
Madonna was on there?
Yes.
Madonna was on there?
Man, yo, I think I was like 1 year too young to get on Dancing on Air when it came. I was like 1 year too young. And I had this girl, it was a girl named Tuesday on there. I had a crush on her, man, bro. Remember having crushes on girls on TV and
bro, don't even start.
And the posters on your wall. Biz and Shantae, yes.
Yeah.
Yo, some other Philly history. I know I'm wilding out with the history.
No,
please do.
So Power 99, Street Beat, Lady B, October 5th, 1986. I got the date on there. I think this, if I recall correctly, this is the first time they played South Bronx in Philly.
Wow.
Yeah. And because I wrote South Bronx on the label, and I think that was the first time they played it October 5th. I got to double check, but.
Yo, the Skeme will remember this. LL came down to Philly and he performed it after midnight.
Bong, after midnight. LL, right there.
Yo, they recorded it. They
right
played
there.
this every week like it was a regular song. His
right
performance.
There.
Yes.
After
we
midnight.
all memorized those lyrics, and like it was like crazy because we're like it was like a lot of those lyrics from the original Rock the Bells.
Right.
So like we heard that, we knew everything, but like, yo, they played that every week like it was a song.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. But that's After Midnight was it. After Midnight, everybody was coming to the After Midnight. After Midnight was the Latin Quarters of Philly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? The
Absolutely.
Midnight was the Latin Quarters of Philly.
Yeah. I was too young.
I was too young.
I was too young and too Jersey.
Yes. No, you know what's crazy? Speaking of Latin Quarters, when hanging with Groove and Lord Supreme, I remember one day Dana Goodman drives up to the Groove's crib, because he used to drive an Audi 5000. And he drives up to Groove's crib, and he's like, yo, we going to New York. Of course I can't go, I'm too young. Mm-hmm. So him and Lord Supreme jump in the car, they go to New York, Red Alert's birthday, Latin Quarter. See, and this is why I say preservation of memories, because I can tell Groove stories.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
As a kid, I soaked all this in.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a younger brother. I don't have an older brother. So he's my older brother. So it's like I got to write the book.
Yeah.
Oh. Can I let me ask, I want to ask him something before I forget. Because this is one of my favorite MCs of all time. How did you produce on the Venomous? How'd you get the opportunity to produce on the Venomous Villain album? Victor Vaughn, MF Doom.
Crazy enough, when I used to DJ for Bahamadia, we were on tour. We was in Florida. The label Insomniac that had the magazine was Florida. So the promoter was Israel. Right? And
shout to Iz.
Right. So he was like, yo, you produce? I was like, yeah. He was like, yo, we're doing this Doom album. And the wild thing was, I was never a Doom fan like that. Like, I liked them.
Right.
But I was too much like, who was the lyrical guys, that we came through.
Right.
The Canes,
Yeah.
Doom was like cool,
yeah.
but it was the Canes and the Rakims and
that
was it. So he was like, yo, you produced? I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, you want to submit some stuff for this Doom album? I was like, hell yeah. No brainer. I get home, call Groove. I'm like, yo, dude wants us to submit some stuff for Doom. He's like, all right. And me and Groove used to just sit and we would go digging Saturday morning, and we would come back home. We would just turn out beats, and I would hop on the BMX, and I would take the floppy disk around. And then at some point, we just started emailing the floppy disk to each other. We just emailed the sessions. He just loaded up in because back then your PC had the floppy joint on it.
Right.
We would download it and then load it into the MP. And then we just started flipping beats, and it was like, okay, here's 10 beats. Let's send them to him. Sent him 10 beats. He liked a few of them, but he picked the one beat. I was like, all right, cool. Done and done. And it was that easy. It was that easy. But and there was no politics being played. It was just like, oh, you produce?
Yeah.
Because we've had a couple situations where people asked for remix stuff from names from people who was signed. And it was like, we sent it to them, kind of funny. And the wild thing is, I got a love-hate relationship with New York. Or not even a love-hate, a love-love with New York. Because I realized early on, because I used to be in D&D studios with my man Ramos. And Ramos, like I said, he used to romance KRS. So I was in the studio a few times when they was recording Return of the Boom Bap. And Chris was in one studio, Black Moon was recording the end of the stage in the other studio. And I remember there was this group from my neighborhood, 3 young kids. They was called Brain Damage. And they was like 15 to 16. They was the Gangstar 15, 16. They wrote their own lyrics, the whole nine. They was ill. And I remember playing this demo in D&D. And somebody from Karis's camp, I don't like to be naming people, but it was camp, was like, yo, this shit's dope. It just ain't got that uptown flavor. And that was his way of being like, it's dope, but you're not from New York.
Wow.
And I remember I came home and I told Groove, And Groove said to me, word for word, because he had told me this years ago. He said, what did I tell you? Don't ever idolize none of these people. These people are your peers. Right? You going up there and being like, yo, check this out. Go up there and be like, yo, check this out. Don't be on some, you know. And he told me, he's like, yo, don't idolize anybody. These people are your peers. And from that day on, it was like, yo, I'm out to rock. I'm rocking shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Because now I have the greats. There's always gonna be the greats.
Yeah.
But everybody's my peer.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to learn that, and that was like definitely a waking moment where he was just like, oh, yo, this shit's dope. It just ain't got that uptown flavor, and I was like, bro, I'm rolling with y'all.
Meanwhile, he was recording the entire thing in his head, and they'll take whatever they can get their little hands on.
This is true. This is true. This is true. So, you know, it's just wild, man. But like those are just life lessons, you know.
Yeah.
And like I mean, I've spent a lot of good times in New York. Some of the greatest parties, the Tunnel, Home Base, Muse. I remember going to see like Wu-Tang before like they had a deal at the Muse, and the whole room was like, who are these motherfuckers up here? Like it was just like, what is this? Right. You know, like so it was like seeing them going to the Tunnel, hearing certain records for the first time. You know, just that whole era was so wild, and it was just like raw, and it was just like, and I used to go to New York like 4 times a week to go to all of the clubs, and it would just be with Ramos, and you know, some of the best part. We walked from, I think it was like 55th Street to 125th Street to a house party, a brownstone house party that Brucey B and Kid Capri was spinning. It was a $10 house party. We walked in the snow from 55th to like 125th or something.
Damn.
Because there was no Ubers.
Yeah.
And cabs wasn't really picking up black people like that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, and this was like the most amazing, like, Brucey B had a $10 house party.
Wow.
Crazy.
You know, so it's just like, man, just seeing all that and witnessing it in the moment, you know, that's something you don't get now. Like hearing, like the reason why my sets as a DJ, I've gone backwards. Like I'm a hip hop kid, obviously, but my foundation is my parents, funk and soul, my grandparents, jazz, gospel.
Yeah.
Right. Some point late 90s, hip hop was not even on my radar. The early 2000s was not on my, because it was just like it's not what it was.
Yeah.
Right.
I became more funk soul, funk 45s, soul, disco, jazz funk, rare groove, right? So now I go back. So now I did a whole 360 and like I'm my elders now that was in the clubs DJing. You know, because hip hop wasn't giving me that same feeling it was giving me before. You know, because I feel like a lot of there's good hip hop, but I'm like, yo, nobody's making stuff for the club. Everything's one tempo, it's monotone. I'm like, give me Dwick. I need a Dwick in 2026.
Yeah.
Right? I need that, and no one's making that. So I'm like, man, as a DJ, I can't survive playing, you know, 94, not even 94, like 89 BPM. I can't survive as a DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so it's just wild. So I mean, I was just like, man, okay. So I had to do the switch, and it was just like, but it was the full circle moment of being like, okay, this is the foundation, because hip hop, I'm a hip hop kid, but the foundation of hip hop is all those samples, James Brown, all of the, you know. So I had to go backwards to go forward again,
right?
You know. So and then I mean, it's just like, I don't know, politics. We all know the politics of the game and the industry and stuff like that.
Politics of the business.
You know, and it's wild, and then it's just not even. I mean, I can't even say I'm old, because it's not as fun as what it used to be, right? Like if you want to go get a cheesesteak, we getting a cheesesteak by 5 o'clock. Because if I'm not out the house by 6, we not going out the house.
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
I'm not leaving. If I'm not literally, if it's a night out and somebody's like, yo, let's go to club. I don't even go to clubs, but let's go to the bar. Let's go someplace. If I'm not out the house by 9, yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah,
I'm not going out. We not having it.
Yep.
Ask this one. If he has to travel, he's not going. Doesn't matter what time.
Well, see, but you know what? I agree with that because I'm the same way because I'm taking the easy route. If I can't find parking and I got to drive around a couple times, I'm leaving.
Oh,
if there's no parking, we nope. Sorry, I'll do 2-3 laps around.
actually, I've done that so much that, like, going into Philly, I just take the speed line because I'm like, listen, because I know me. I've been trying to find parking. That's the heck with it. So I just take the train. If it's
right. Yo, I got something else I want to show you. All right, so Fat Albert. We all know Fat Albert, right?
Most definitely.
Classic TV show. How many people you know got the OG film reel? The Fat Albert, right?
What?
Yo, the dope thing about this, and I literally mean dope. This was the episode "Dope is for Dokes," right? And it was the episode where there was the drug dealer kid.
Yeah.
Right? Dope is for Dokes, and it was like don't do drugs. So this is the dope is for dope.
Is that when the kid gets shot? Is that the one with the
No,
kid?
that's not that one.
Okay,
This is the shady two dudes with the suits on and the hats on. They trying to sell drugs. Like,
okay.
You know, dope is for dopes.
Wow, this brother's amazing.
I'm just saying.
Albert on film.
Oh, wait a minute now. 5 Fingers of Death. Oh man, 5 Fingers of Death. 5 Fingers of Death. On film reel.
It's like 16?
16 millimeter. Bro, I'm just saying.
Hey, Skeme, when you having a movie night, man? I bring the popcorn, man. Come on, what's the deal?
Bro, are you so are we bringing microwave? Are we bringing stove popcorn?
Oh, no, stove popcorn.
With the Jiffy, or are we pouring the popcorn in the pan?
No, we putting oil in the pan and popcorn. And
okay, I'm just checking because don't come over here with microwave.
No.
You look like the popcorn guy that would bring the microwave, the magic pop. You look like the magic pop type guy. I don't know, man.
Listen, I am the best popcorn maker on the Eastern Seaboard. Trust me.
And you know what? You get the invite. And the crazy thing is, very few people get the invite to the crib.
Appreciate it.
Very few.
Wow.
It's a beautiful day in California.
Jenny decided to go outside. Okay.
Yo, I got something else wild to show you. So you know Black Belt Jones.
Oh yeah. Come on.
So you know Gloria Hendry.
Yeah.
Now back in the day, there used to be movie promo, right? So whether it was a poster or what, they would just give out little promo.
Yeah.
How many of y'all know about the Gloria Hendry panties?
Oh, what?
How many of y'all know about the OG 1973 Black Belt Jones Gloria Hendry panties?
Wow.
I'm just saying. We wilding out.
Wow.
That perfectly works for Black Belt Jones too. For that movie. Oh, that's what
I'm just saying. Yo, when I tell you, so the goal is I need to do a gallery, man. I need to do
right.
I need to do a gallery exhibition because I'm sitting on way too much stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like people need to see like history and culture and
Come on, we got to get you. We got to get you somewhere at Drexel University. We got to get you. We'll put you in Nesbitt Hall. We'll set you. We'll set you with some at Drexel.
Bro, I'm saying. Yo, that's funny. So somebody just mentioned Cool Keith. You know what's wild? In New York, summertime, with Ramos, and we're walking through Times Square. Out from a porn shop was Cool Keith walking out, and he sees Ramos. He's like, "Yo, what's up, Ramos?" Like that's what I miss about New York and about that particular time period. Because how often do you want to see like a Cool Keith? I mean, you probably see him now do that, but how many rappers do you want to see coming out the porn spot?
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Like that was a moment. That was that.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was, and it wasn't taboo. It wasn't like it was just
Right,
like,
right,
oh,
right.
he's coming up the porn shop.
Right.
You know what? I actually have Cool Keith's his signature. My cousin was on South Street, and Cool Keith was out in front of Copa Banana,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
he knows that Cool Keith's my favorite rapper, so he just got it. I actually met Keith years later, but before that, he got me Keith's signature because he was on South Street. I was like,
that's
wow.
dope. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't get that anymore. Like you don't see the rappers. Like we grew up, rappers was in the club because they was just street dudes. They was the local celebrity guy, but no one was trying to play celebrity. You know, I would go to the tunnel and I would see Brand New in the tunnel. I would see everybody who's whoever. You know, I would go to Essos and I would see, I would see Foxy Brown and I would see Nas in Essos. I would see, you would go to different spots and it would just be like, oh yeah, that's so and so. It wasn't like, can I get a signature? It was just everybody was just everybody. Everybody hung out in the club together.
Yeah.
You know.
But did you ever go to a club with Stetsasonic and be babysat by Curtis Blow?
No.
That's all you, Jen.
You did.
Yeah, that's all you.
Yep.
But that's just wild. Like, I mean, it was simpler times. It was just like everybody was just normal. It felt like it was normal. Like even if you was the star, it was normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you danced the Funkmaster Flexor Kid Capri like I'm dancing the Funkmaster Flexor Kid Capri.
Yeah.
You know, there was no difference. It was just like we all the same. And now it's like VIP booth and the rappers don't want to be with the general public and they come in and they doing a song and they leaving and stuff like that. It's just like, yo, it was not uncommon for whoever had the new single out to run up on stage and a DJ throw his joint on.
Yeah.
Rock your one single. We out.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Great stuff.
You know, like we it was just simpler times. And right now we're living in unsimple times. So it's complicated.
Very complicated.
You know? So yeah.
But back then it was all fresh and new and nobody knew what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
But that's the best era. Punk era, the early skateboard era, the early hip hop, like everything. All of these things, the early defining moments are the best times. Because everybody was pure with it. It was just like, yo, we're just living. We're young. Like everybody's just living.
Yeah.
You know, and then it got complicated somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I that's why I say I try to live every moment like it's that moment then.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the first moment every time. And even if I've been there 50 times, I'm trying to live it like it's the first time.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, at the end of the day, we ain't getting younger.
We're not?
Well, we are, because the older you get, the younger your mind gets. You become a child again anyway. You know, you get old, you get a little senile, you hard of hearing, vision isn't good. So, I mean, technically we are getting younger.
Yep.
But like everything was just so much better. And I hate to be that guy, but everything was better back then. It was.
You get no disagreement over here.
Yeah.
Fashion. You had real hip hop fashion. You had streetwear before it was streetwear.
British Knights. You had PNB. You had OG Stussy. You had the OG Third Rail and Tropical. Like you had all of the OG streetwear before it was streetwear.
Yeah.
And all of the elements was connected because you would pick up an On The Go magazine. Shout out to Espo and Ari. You pick up On The Go and it would be like graffiti, it'd be hip hop, everything. Which you don't get anymore.
Yeah.
Because everything's just so segregated now. Rappers is over here, DJing is over here. Nothing's as one anymore.
Well, don't even start with rappers over here, DJs over there, because back in the day,
You always repped your DJ.
Oh,
Always.
always.
Yeah.
Always.
And that doesn't happen now. Now it's just like the rapper is the star.
There never would have been a Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince.
Right.
The hell?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was the DJ was the star. Cash Money and Marvelous.
Yeah.
Yep. Rodney O and Joe Cooley.
Right. Oh, you know what? I got another one I need to show you.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Eric B. and Rakim.
I know I'm wilding out.
EPMD.
I know I'm wilding out, but where's this at? I gotta show you this, and I'm just gonna. I know you remember Robbie B and Jazzy J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the box haircut.
Oh my God. Yep.
The first person to rock a box haircut. I'm just gonna say. First person to rock the box haircut.
Wow.
Just gonna leave it at that.
What year was that?
This is when they were signed to Rough House. So this is probably what 90.
Yeah.
But he had that haircut in the late 80s.
Right.
That was a Philly haircut, and he was one of the first people in Philly before anybody else had that haircut. I'm just saying.
Before Kid and Play.
Before Kid and Play.
Before Kwame.
Yes. I'm just saying. Philly's influence before a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the Fat Boys and Dr. J.
Oh, let's go the Fat Boys.
Julius Irving.
Favorite all-time player of all time, Dr. J.
Of course.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell you. So this is how I wild out with the digging. So, favorite player when he was in the ABA, right? With the Nets. So, I knew back in the day they had personal photographers. Like if you was a star, you kind of had a personal photographer. I tracked down. This was early 2000. I tracked down his OG photographer, and he sent me OG photos.
Wow.
Of Doc that never been published.
Mm.
Damn.
That's how like the digging mind. It's like, what am I digging that no one else is digging for? And that's one of those things that I'm digging for like that.
Doc.
So it's just, shout outs to OG, the OG photo of Public Enemy on the subway.
On the subway. Yep. Yep.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what be keeping me young. Did you see my Instagram last week when I put up the World Famous Supreme Team radio show?
You put up a episode?
Yeah.
Oh.
I put it up there. I was like, the caption was like, spending Friday night like it's 1984 on cassette, and I played the World Famous, and they hit the they did the jingle that they always do, the peace,
a lot and justice. Yeah.
I played it on Instagram, and I was like, man, to go back in the time.
Yo, they used to have the best, like when if you like, it'd be like C Divine was rhyming, and he would do this little song like in his little things, don't eat pork and all this. Yo,
yeah.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining show, man.
It was. Yo, here's another little piece of history. The one and only time I've ever been to Staten Island was to the Wu-Tang store.
Oh,
wow.
The one and only time one time.
Wow.
It's Staten Island's a little too far.
There's really no reason to ever go to Staten Island.
Hey, now wait a minute, because the Force MDs were there.
True.
There's no reason to go if you're not from there. Trust me.
There you go.
I've just driven through there. That's all.
Yo, all right. Here goes another little piece. I hope I'm not holding y'all up.
Nah.
Knock yourself out.
Do you remember green stamps?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when you go to the supermarket?
Yeah.
Did you know James Brown had his own like green stamps that he would give out like in Atlanta, like in the like the black supermarkets? Like
what?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that's good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I got a whole sheet of them. That would be like, green stamps, but you check off on whatever amount and you get your free loaf of bread or whatever it is,
Yeah.
I still have forks, knives, and spoons that were from green stamps that my mother bought.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, you're wild.
Dead serious.
You're wild.
From the early 70s, probably.
That's crazy. There's no green stamps anymore. What is it? Is it just all coupons now? Like you don't even you just get like 50 cents.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Green stamps don't exist anymore. But that was a thing, boy. We would my mother would make us fill the books up and we would go down to the store, and she always had something in mind that she wanted, and I probably still have all of it.
That's good. Keep that. Yo, one thing I love about back in the day, there was always a neighborhood spot. So we had neighborhood movie theaters. Before the multiplexes, we had the neighborhood theaters. We had the neighborhood YMCA where parties would go, or the little like club that was down the block. Piggly Wiggly green stamps, yes. So there was a spot around the corner from my crib. It was near Schoolie D's crib, down Parkside, called Al's Place. The first time I saw EPMD, when it was EPEE.
Oh yeah.
MD.
Wow. T. LaRock.
Super Lover C. Casanova
Run.
Oh boy.
MC Breeze. Wow.
Yo.
Hand draw flyer.
DJ Louie Lou and Greg Nice. Holy shit.
Wow.
February 11th, 1988.
That ain't a Bobby Dance production, is it?
Nah, this wasn't Bobby Dance production. But nah. But this is $10 at the door. What is this? Signing autographs at Gold Electronics and Sound of Market.
Wow.
Come on. Who's coming to town and signing autographs?
Woo.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
I remember, Sound of Market, Gold Electronics, I Goldberg. Yo, those were the days, bro.
So Gold Electronics was the first store that I was buying records from. DJ Todd One worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, word.
And that was where I was going to buy like the Octopus breaks before Ultimate Breaks and Beats. I was going there to buy Octopus breaks. Like Philly record stores. Philly record stores was it. Yes. It was it. All day. Boom. Here's another gem right here. Ultramagnetic, The Roots, in Philly.
Wait. When was that?
This would have been 90?
90. Hold up.
Sure was that. That's the Four Horsemen logo.
That's like 90. So
93.
Was this the show when Kool Keith like fell through the stage and then he freestyled about falling off the stage? Was it that show?
No.
Okay.
I would remember that.
There was like a crease in the stage and he like fell on it and then he freestyled about.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He
that's
just
that's a professional.
Yeah.
That's a professional. I gotta find, like, I got the first time Nas performed halftime at the Fever. I got that flyer somewhere around here.
Yo, listen, Nas came to Drexel to perform halftime. This was, 92?
Really?
He came to Drexel and he performed halftime. We were bugging. Like,
I missed that.
Yeah.
Yo, do y'all remember when Master Ace used to collect cars?
Collect cars?
So Ace had a car. When you used to go to the auto shows at the convention center, Ace had a car in the auto show. He had a burgundy truck.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess this was in the low riding phase. Like,
right.
Yeah, I still have pictures of it. I gotta break that photo album out.
Wow.
But it's just crazy, like people that used to do things that they're not known for doing things.
Yeah.
now everyone knows everything because it's like Instagram, you see it instantly. But it was like, yo, we would go to the car show.
Yeah.
You know,
They go Ace.
Because that's right. Because he said in the interview, that's where, like, the Born to Roll album and all that came out because he was into the car culture.
Right. Honestly, that was a dope album.
I like Slaughterhouse better, but you know.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, Slaughterhouse is more my speed. Yeah.
What are you shaking your head for, Mr. Mag?
Mr. Mag.
What was that yours too?
My favorite Master Ace album is Slaughterhouse.
All right, so here's why Born to Roll. It's not my favorite. I'm picking it over Slaughterhouse though. But here's why. Because at that time I had a brand new Honda Accord, a 90 Accord with a banging sound system.
Oh, there you go.
So it made sense.
It had that low end. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It made sense. So that's why I was running with that one. But technically, yes, I'll ride with Slaughterhouse. But riding around in the car was like sitting on chrome, you know, that sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, something about, because I remember the homie Tyree got the G-Bass single, and then it had Saturday Night on the flip.
Oh.
We ran that shit all summer, man.
Live in New York, it's Saturday night.
But that's what you would do, man. Like, you would just... Man, that's when music had replay value.
So much replay value. Yeah.
Like, now it's like you hear something, and it could be something that you really love, but it has no replay value. Like, I can't tell you the last album I got that I was like, yo, this is great, and I listened to it for weeks on end.
Mm-hmm.
It literally gets not even a week, really, and then maybe I revisit it.
Yeah.
But it's not on repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Less and less of that. Yep. It doesn't happen very much for me. It does. Right. It still does on occasion. You know, but less and less.
Yo, he said, Dartmouth just said he saw Ace hanging in the gallery. Yo, the Gallery Mall. People, once again, a lot of New York people used to hang in Philly. They used to just come to Philly. People like coming to Philly back then.
Yeah.
They really, but it's not the same. Like, nobody's coming to Philly now. Just like nobody from Philly's going to New York. Like, it's just, it's too much ease and access of everything now where people are like, I don't need to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people would come to Philly and be like, yo, there's a party jumping off. Case in point, when there wasn't really anything going on heavy in Philly, there was parties, but there wasn't really like that party. There was this guy named, Fat Gary. Right? You know Big Bob and G from WPRB.
Yep, G. Yep.
So Big Bob and G with this dude, Fat Gary, around. Fat Gary had money. He wanted to open up a hip hop club in Philly, right? Because there was clubs, but there wasn't really what he wanted to do. Because it was like some lounges. He wanted to open up a club.
Right.
So Big Bob calls Groove up, and he's like, yo, my man, Fat Gary, he's got some money. He wants to do a party. So he was like, all right, cool. Gary found this spot on 2nd and Walnut. It was a Chinese restaurant directly across the street from the Ritz Theater.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Chinese restaurant. Gary got them after hours to like close up shop, move all of the tables and chairs out, and we bring a sound system in.
Wow.
Called it Club Hardcore. Now, keep in mind, this is 91, maybe. When did Son of Berserk come out?
91.
So it's 91.
Yeah.
Gary knew a lot of people. I don't know how, but Gary knew a lot of people. First night this club opened. It's not even a club, it's a Chinese restaurant. Right? Like a sit-down proper restaurant. Prior to 91, I had never seen anyone Philly white going to hip-hop clubs.
Get down.
Didn't see it. Graffiti writers I saw, but just like the regular party goer, didn't see it. He did Club Hardcore. the opening night, Crush Videos was there. DMC was there. Son of Berserk was there.
Wow.
Who else came that night? There was a bunch of New Yorkers that came down that night because Gary just seemed to know everybody. Right. And word was like, yo, there's a new thing jumping off in Philly. So people was excited to come to Philly. This was the first night that I had seen anyone that was not black in the hip hop club. And at that moment I was like, shit's changing. I was like, it's different now. Because it's not right. 89 where we're just all black.
Yeah.
You know, Philly's a black city. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's changing. And that night, like I said, everyone was there. Like there was New York heads there. It was wild. Second week, crazy. Same thing. Fire marshals came in and closed it down. So it lasted 2 weeks. The best, you know what Gary did? He went and either bought or rented out a warehouse in Chinatown and gutted it out and was like, I'm gonna just build a club in here. And that's what he did. It lasted for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the same as the Chinese restaurant.
Right.
Right? It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
But imagine that thing. You open up a club and people from New York is like, oh, we heard something's jumping off in Philly tonight. We hopping in the car.
We coming down.
Philly. And it's like Son of Berserk. It was I forgot what Running Them had just put out. They had just put out something too at that during that time. They came down. I can't remember if Russell
would have been Back from Hell, right?
Probably Paul's.
Yeah, Back from
Maybe.
Hell.
Oh yeah. But it was like Son of Berserk. It was Crush Videos. It was like, and it was just like it was madness for Gary to be like, I'm gonna take this Chinese restaurant.
That's so dope.
And just pay them, because I think Gary's like family dealt with diamonds or something like that. Gary just had money.
Okay.
And he was just like, and that was the moment. Like that was it. That was it. And like, I mean, that was like, and like I said, and that was like Groove's height. That's when Groove felt revitalized. That early 90s, Groove was like off and running. Beats, rhymes, like he was off and running. Groove was like terrorizing. He was terrorizing.
That's dope.
You know, so it's just like, I mean, all those type of moments, man, they just, you can't capture those moments again.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You know, and there's like, honestly, there's no more first times.
Yeah.
There's really no more first times because we've already seen something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when we experience it for the first time, it's not really a first time because we saw it.
Right.
You know, horror movies aren't scary anymore. We're not being scared at horror movies. You know, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, man, so many good times. Philly was Philly.
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Without the ketchup on the cheesesteak.
All right, C-Doc, take us out of here. We can shut down after this.
Skeme, thank you for coming through tonight, man.
Yo, no doubt, man. Thank you guys for having me. Long overdue. I mean, Mr. Mag, I mean, I know you kept dropping the email. I kept being like, yo, sending it to you and be like, yo, can I get on the show? And you'd be like, yeah. We'll get you in like 3 years. We got you 3 years. Have your secretary call my secretary.
We'll do it again, bro. That was fun.
No doubt.
So, all right, everybody.
I got some other stuff for you. We gonna keep you working. I got some other stuff for you too.
Yeah. I'm here, man. I'm here.
Okay.
All right, Skeme Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Fake applause. All right, thank you, sir.
Yo, thank you.
All right, peace. Oh man, that was great.
Yeah. I love Philly stories from Philly people.
From the source, man. That's
from the source.
It's fantastic. Fantastic stuff. Joey Joe, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't a 12-inch. He got the singles. We were on the mad single tip at that point. So it was like we had a spot, Waves Music, and they always had a wall of singles. And
singles.
Yep. And stock up on the singles. So, yep, that was that. Ultra Mag, hip hop mail real quick.
Oh man. Oh. Okay. Forgot. So I have a 45.
Yes.
If you know this song by Pharoah Monch, it's I think it originally appeared on the Sound Bombing 2 soundtrack. So you know the song The Mayor. And shout out to Lee Stone, who produced the song, Dr. Lee Stone. But he hit me up and he sent me the 45, and
that's a beauty.
It's red vinyl.
Yeah.
And there's the vocal, and then there's also the instrumental.
Word up.
So shout out to Dr. Lee Stone for sending that to me. Shout out to Pharoah Monch. And like I said, it's remastered, so I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure it's bumping.
Yeah. Word. Dope.
But yeah, shout out to Lee Stone for reaching out to me and sending that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got to remember this past Friday, if you didn't see, brand new Chill Rob G finally
chill
out.
One.
Yep. Survival of the
G.
Better. Yes, sir. So
Chill Rob plus the 7th letter.
Plus the 7th letter. Cop CD. Go stream it. We do have vinyl and cassettes coming. And today, happy birthday salute to DJ M-Rock, who also dropped his new album, Magnificent 7, which is the first in a series of producer albums, instrumental albums. We're going to be releasing one every month until November. So
nice.
Check that out. It's going to be kind of a dope little set. And also, yesterday,
happy birthday to none other than Rocco.
Yeah. Yep.
Rockin' Rocco.
Yesterday?
Rocco. Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday.
Rockin' Rocco.
9. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. He's milking that birthday for all he can.
Rockin' Rocco.
I'm like, you got to celebrate over the weekend. He's like, yeah, I'm going to celebrate the rest of the week, too. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm sure you will. Also today, happy heavenly birthday to my man, Marcus J. Miss you, bro. And, of course, Malcolm X, too.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Man, there's a lot going on.
A lot going on. Yep. So, yeah, that's our show for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Skeme, for joining us. Check out all the stuff we got going on here at Channel Zero. Of course, Wednesday nights, Dave and Mocha only. Body Hat Weekly. Side B TV on Fridays. Southern Vanguard Radio on Mondays. And, of course, our homie, what is it now? DJ Slut 69? Is that what it is?
DJ Slut 69.
Wow.
Soul Business, DJ Soulbuck on Sundays with the mixtape, playing the music of our next week's guest. Next week, we are going to have someone who just also last week released a new single on Spit Slam, Soul Rack, coming out of Boston. So join us next week. We'll be talking to Soul Rack about his new song and his other stuff, featuring Craig G. Welcome to America. So, yep. So we'll be talking to him.
Okay.
And thanks everybody watching live, everybody watching on the replay. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for another episode of It's C-Doc again.